Well, I choose democracy.
Obviously Taiwan.
Which one do you choose? Money.
I like my freedom, and I like to not feel like Big Brother's watching and controlling and dictating what I do and think.
I mean, I'm pro-Taiwan and anti-CCP. I love China.
You're up. 台湾独立。
You're making quite a strong argument.
新闻英邦邦尼新闻最爽，我是节目主持人斯坦，欢迎各位收看。Today I'm back in London and we're gonna play a little game. We're gonna represent two different countries. I'm gonna represent Taiwan. This is gonna represent China. And then we're gonna ask, just give them facts. For example, this is a democracy, this is a dictatorship. Which one do people here in London prefer? So let's do it.
Let's do it. So bye.
Yeah. Hey there, guys. I represent a democracy.
And I represent a dictatorship.
Which one do you prefer?
It's a bit of a leading question with those two flags.
Yeah, you know which flags are these,
You know
right?
what they are then?
Yeah, I know who they are.
Yeah. Can you tell?
What's this one then?
Yeah.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
CCP.
Yeah. So which one would you choose if you had to choose out of a dictatorship and a democracy where you want to live?
That's a kind of a leading question, the way you phrase that.
Sure.
A democracy or something.
Okay.
Obviously Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Why do you prefer Taiwan? Can you tell everyone?
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Hey guys, I represent a democracy.
And I have loads of money and I can just give you that money. Which one are you going to choose?
Oh, right. Well, I choose democracy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hey guys, I represent a democracy.
I've got loads of money. I can just give it to you now.
Which one do you choose? Money.
Money over democracy?
Democracy.
Democracy.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you guys from?
UK. London.
London.
From London. Yeah. Okay. Do you know which countries these are? This one.
And this one?
Like Cuba.
Cuba.
It is an Asian country. It's called Taiwan.
Yeah, I knew. I
yeah.
thought so.
Yeah. So we're basically just like seeing which people would choose. Would they choose a democracy or would they
Or
choose
money.
the money? Because this is where all the money is,
Yeah.
but this is where the democracy is.
Democracy, human rights,
Yeah. So
democratic values.
one more time, which one would you lean towards if asked again?
I mean democracy because you can't get even personal access to money without democracy.
That is a good
It's a
point.
very good answer.
Yeah.
I mean, but capitalism, like that's the only way you get personal money.
I mean, yeah, that is a good point. I think I would choose the democracy too. Like, you know, we love a free country.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. We just moved there because we wanted to get your beautiful faces on the camera.
Yeah.
All right,
That's for
guys.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's for a YouTube video. So thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank you guys.
Have a
Have a
good
great
day.
one.
Bye. Democracy number one. Taiwan.
Taiwan number one. 共产党不倒，世界不会好。
Your flag is so much bigger than mine.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
Pathetic.
Better. We're better.
It's
Better.
heavier. It's got a nice bit of wood. Look, mine's like cheap plastic. Look at that. This is
Just like
definitely-
everything that comes from
definitely made
China.
in China. Yeah.
Hey guys, I represent a democracy.
And I represent a load of money that I can just give you.
Which one do you choose?
I'm going to be democracy every time.
Why? I just got loads of money. I'm going to invest in your country and possibly put some spy networks in your country. Maybe make a bodge job of your infrastructure as well. Why
Police
wouldn't you choose me?
stations.
Well, it sounds very intriguing, but I'm going to go the democratic way.
And we also have microchips. So if you like your phone, microchips are produced in this country.
Yes.
Yeah, but I block and censor the internet, and if you come to my country, then I could possibly arrest you for posting on Facebook.
And we have no censorship here in Taiwan.
And again, you're making quite a strong argument. God bless.
Yeah. Where are you from?
We're from the States, but we lived in Taiwan,
Oh really? We're in Taiwan.
in Taipei.
Taipei, okay.
Yangqing Mountain, up
Oh, that's very beautiful over there. Yeah,
very nice.
yeah,
We were
great,
halfway up the mountain.
great, great.
So
Yeah.
you don't
Thank you so
wanna
much, guys.
choose the dictatorship?
Again,
Money?
as you noted, I've thought long and hard about it, and have come to the conclusion.
My offer is just better.
You got a great chip.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Have a good day. Oh, I
good.
almost had that guy. Almost.
Hey guys, I represent a democracy.
So he's a democracy, but I've got loads of money.
Which one do you choose?
Give you right now.
Democracy or money?
I don't give a fuck about none of you lot, to be honest, bro. But my bros, you lot ain't doing nothing for me. You're all arguing with each other, not sorting nothing out.
Yeah, these two places, yeah?
You know which countries are these?
I don't give a fuck, bro. I care what's going on in England, bro.
Yeah.
That is Chile. No, it's not Chile.
Philippines.
Philippines.
No, Taiwan. It's Taiwan, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, they border each other. Yeah, but they fight each other anyway.
Well, Taiwan doesn't fight anyone. They want to occupy Taiwan.
Oh yeah,
They want to invade
there is
Taiwan.
it's not mutual.
It's going on all over the world, isn't it? This kind of madness, right?
Sure, I mean, there are countries threatening other countries. Like, you've got the whole Ukraine-Russia thing going on.
Yeah, that's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Communism's a good idea, but it's not put out very well.
Well, in theory, perhaps, but that is loud. Damn. Yeah, no, I mean, perhaps maybe like the idea of it could be okay if it was implemented, but it always ends up with a crazy dictator ruining it for everybody, which is what this place is.
I've always thought that the world would be at peace if there was only one dictator of the whole world.
So
There
just
was
one supreme emperor, like in Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty much. Except that.
Right, guys, we're gonna go though, yeah? Take care, have a good day.
All right, yeah, take it easy, guys.
You
Yeah,
too,
man.
guys.
Take it easy,
Yeah.
brother.
Have a good one,
man.
This country has universal healthcare.
And
I'm American.
You're American, great.
In this country, there is no health care whatsoever for its people.
This country?
No, in this country.
This one right here.
We represent two different countries. This one is a democracy.
This one is a dictatorship.
Yeah. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you choose?
That one, of course.
Taiwan, of course. You know that's Taiwan.
Is it Taiwan?
Yeah, it is
I
Taiwan.
did not know that. Sorry, I don't know my...
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Move on now, or do you need me for more?
Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Okay.
Great.
So why would you rather choose a democracy over a dictatorship?
Because I like my freedom, and I like to not feel like Big Brother's watching and controlling and dictating what I do and think, and
Perfectly rational and logical. Yeah. It's a stupid question.
Do you think that American people should support Taiwan? You know, Taiwan is being faced by China right now, and they're trying to invade.
Yes, definitely.
Hi there. I represent a democracy.
And I'm a dictatorship.
Which one would you choose?
Democracy.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, no. Dictatorship all the way.
I represent a democracy.
Pardon?
I represent a democracy.
You represent a democracy?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Flag of Taiwan?
Yeah, it is.
I love evil dictatorships, and I think that we need to be under a more oppressive regime.
And the question is, which
Are
one would you
guys
choose?
fisticuffs?
We've sort of like agreed to disagree.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Let the British people decide.
There you go. Okay. So you're asking me my preference.
Which one do you choose?
Oh, you framed it in such a nice way, but I happen to agree. Yeah.
So
So-
you choose his one or my one?
I'll choose that one. I mean, I'm pro-Taiwan. I'm anti-CCP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate? Why do you support Taiwan?
Well, my understanding, I'm really not super well versed on Taiwanese history, but I'm just generally in favor of self-determination as a general rule. So my view is that the people collectively choose to be independent, then they should be allowed to do so. It shouldn't be forced into independence. Obviously, there's certain conditions, and I know situations very different. And you've got Catalan independence and Irish independence, and I actually am from Bermuda, which is a country which is part of the UK. We're one of the few remaining UK colonies, so we had an independence referendum. I know it's all very complicated, but my understanding is that if you polled the people of Taiwan, they, not unanimously, but by an overwhelming majority, expresses a desire not to be subsumed into China. And so for me, it's kind of their prerogative as the citizens of the country.
Have you ever been there?
No.
You will enjoy your time in Taiwan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You'd prefer China because they've got loads of factories there, and if you want something made really cheaply, you can just go here.
Yeah.
Well, they have money and pollution and what else?
Yeah, we don't have universal healthcare either in China. So, but
no gay rights.
But don't worry, if you've got loads of money, then you can just pay for it.
Yeah. Can I ask, is this sort of you're sort of, what are you guys doing? I'm just curious.
We're YouTubers.
YouTubers.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of
and we're doing Taiwan promotion kind of thing, trying to raise awareness. Yeah, talk about Taiwan and China.
I mean, I think that I went to university in the U.S. and I think that some of these issues, whether it's China, I would say like Saudi is similar. You get a huge amount of Chinese students, students from the Middle East coming to the U.S. So it's not a major topic of political conversation in these countries because it's not a domestic issue, and it can feel a bit like, oh, that's the other side of the world.
Do you know what just happened in Harvard, in Canada school? There were some Taiwanese people protesting, like the Chinese ambassador, and they were kicked out of the school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's a major, like, it is a major issue in some of these countries. I know I went to school in Canada as well, and they had an issue with, I think, the Indian government assassinating someone within the borders of Canada. It's obviously a totally different issue, but I think this idea more generally about, like, countries having huge amounts of students from a certain country, and I think, like, ultimately, if you polled these, like, Chinese students coming directly from China, understandably so, through no fault of their own, they're going to have quite pro-CCP views.
Kind of been brainwashed.
Some of them have,
Yeah, one of my really good friends, a guy named Dave, I actually went to high school with him. He's from Beijing, awesome guy, and he sort of told me that, like, it's not uncommon for actually the kind of people who end up going to, like, Harvard from China, typically, this is my understanding, tend to be, like, quite pro-government, mainly because, like, in China, which is maybe a bit different than other countries, like, your proximity to the government is kind of, like, directly correlative to, like, your wealth and power in society. So, like, people who tend to be, like, you know, how far are you away from Xi Jinping? Okay, how wealthy are you? Like, those two lines kind of, like, converge in a way. And so, you know, poor rural Chinese students are not, like, jetting off to Harvard. The types of people who are going to Ivy League universities are basically people who often, like, either their parents are government workers, or they're connected to the government in some way. And
or some business people who are also government connected, because it's still, like, a country that controls businesses.
Right, so it's an interesting question of, like, okay, these people are wealthy, they're coming over, but they may have already predilections in terms of their views just based on, like, who they are and who they come from. The same way that if my parents are Tories, I'm not from the UK obviously, like, I'm likely to be a Tory, right? Like, you just kind of, like, whatever your environment is. So I don't think, like, it's none of these students' faults, but I think, it's an interesting, I mean, I'm not going to get into Israel and all of that, but, like, that's just, universities is, like, such a weird and kind of, like, unique, like, test to what's going on, because you have people who haven't really gone out into society and, like, done anything, so they're coming into university with, like, their parents, maybe the social environment they grew up in, and then when you expand it out and say, oh, we've got all the diversity in the US, but now we're bringing in students from all over the world, and the UK's huge.
Did you hear about the one in the UK? There was, like, it was in the University of Central London or whatever it's called, UCL.
UCL,
University College London. And so there was a teacher who was teaching a class about modern slavery, and there was a bunch of Chinese students in her class, and they actually got the teacher in trouble because she was talking about modern slavery in China. And they actually amended the course. They changed the course because of this situation. To cater for the Chinese students.
I mean, that's, I think when you get to that level, you're talking about fundamental principles like free speech, right? And so
university should be a
bastion of free speech.
Hey guys, I represent a democracy.
And I represent a dictatorship.
Which one do you choose?
China. Sorry, Taiwan is a part of China.
Taiwan is a part of what?
Bullshit.
Taiwan is a part of Taiwan.
Taiwan.
There is only one Taiwan.
中国。
台湾是一个很漂亮的主权独立国家，哈。好
，stick her middle finger up。
台湾独立，
台湾独立，
洗包子下台，没有共产党才有新中国。天灭中共。I represent a democracy.
And I am a dictatorship with a whole load of money. Which one do you choose?
It's not as simple as it is.
Okay, how come?
So you know which countries do we represent?
Of course, I know.
So which one is that one?
Tibet.
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Yeah, it's Taiwan.
Taiwan.
That one?
China.
Okay. So which would you choose? A democracy or a dictatorship?
I cannot speak about that.
Really?
Because I live there.
You live here?
Yes.
Okay.
So
but deep in your heart, we know what you support.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
have a good one. Hi there.
So, do you choose this one or this one?
Or that one?
Only these two?
Yeah.
You've got this choice, yeah.
That's one, this one.
You're going to choose this one? Yeah? Are you from Hong Kong?
Hong Kong and Gaia.
I'm from UK.
You're from the UK, yeah?
I'm natively.
Originally, yeah. Your family roots. Yeah, glory to Hong Kong. Yeah.
Okay.
Hong Kong and Gaia.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day.
Let's have two more and let's
Hi there.
do yours.
I'm a dictatorship.
And I am a democracy.
Which one do you choose?
Dictatorship. That was the first honest choice of a dictatorship.
I got one!
You won. Hey there, guys. I represent a democracy.
I'm a dictatorship.
Which one do you choose?
Sorry, which one's this then?
Taiwan.
Taiwan, okay.
China. Democracy versus dictatorship. Which one?
Human rights, no human rights. Genocide, no genocide.
Yeah, no, democracy is definitely a bit sort of, I mean, Taiwan, how democratic is it? I don't know, I don't have the index.
It's the most democratic country in Asia. They hold elections every 2 years and every like presidential every 4 years, and then like in different 4 years they hold the elections for like local like mayoral elections and so on and so forth. They have same-sex marriage legalized, very good healthcare, and yeah, people have freedom of speech, freedom of religion,
right.
Okay, yeah, we'll
right
play
of
them over
assembly.
the CCP then. Yeah.
Awesome. I think you made the right choice, even though I'm representing this one today.
But he doesn't like it at all.
It's the bane of my existence at the moment.
Have you ever been to Taiwan?
I haven't. I've been to China though.
Okay.
You should visit Taiwan, see the difference.
Yeah, you should. Why not?
Thanks. Yeah.
You'll definitely notice the difference. I did. I lived in both countries.
Okay.
So I know all about it.
Yeah, Minnesota's next on my list.
Okay. Well, have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah. Take care, man.
It's gonna be cold there.
Freezing.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I'm a dictatorship with loads of money, right?
And I am a democracy.
Which one are you going to choose?
You are democracy.
Yeah, I am a democracy.
Yes, of
yeah.
course we choose you.
Do you know which one is that?
No.
It's Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
Do you know this one?
Yes, China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would go with a democracy over a dictatorship.
Yes.
Can I ask where are you from?
Groningen.
Right. Oh, okay. Awesome. So democratic countries.
Democratic countries, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we
you
have
have cultural connection with Taiwan.
Yes.
Oh,
But
Lithuania
they
especially.
go inside of Taiwan. They have.
They want
quarrel.
to. Yeah, they want to.
They don't have to do it.
Yeah.
They don't must do it. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The American came to Taiwan.
Yeah, they want to protect it,
Yes.
right?
And then they were angry.
Yeah, they're angry
Always
all
angry.
day, every day.
There's a battle.
It's like Harry Potter. I use my
And
magic.
why are you doing this?
We're doing some Taiwan promotion, raising awareness, talking about Taiwan,
We support
letting people know
Taiwan.
that it's a
I support
democracy.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm just being like playing devil's advocate, being the bad guy today.
That's so
Unfortunate.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well,
Thank
take
you.
care.
Thank you.
guys.
Bedankt.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. So it seems that I won again.
No comment.